What's up, guys? The MMA news channel here, and basically no gameplay because it's a predictions video. UFC 161, so crack straight into this. So our first fight on the main card is going to be Donald the Cowboy Cerrone. He'll be taking on KJ Noons. So in these two men's last fights, KJ Noons in Strikeforce, it was the last event, and he lost to Ryan Couture, and I honestly believe he won that split decision. Most people would agree with me, apart from Ryan, or the Couture family. Donald Cerrone, on the other hand, he fought Anthony Pettis, and he got kicked in the body and TKO'd. So, yeah, Donald Cerrone striking may be a big factor in this fight. So, I'm going to go for the Cowboy to win this one by knockout in the third round. I think KJ Noons will be good though later on in the future in the UFC. It's just to come up against Donald Cerrone in your first fight in UFC, it's not too good. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Donald Cerrone second round knockout. So yeah, our second fight is the #1 contender for the lightweight title fight. It's gonna be Gray the Bully Maynard, and he'll be taking on TJ Grant, in which it looks to be the best fight on the card to me. You got Gray Maynard, who's coming off, I think, a loss to, I think he's coming up off the loss to Frankie Edgar. Has had many surgeries, and I honestly can't tell you what the last TJ Grant fight that I watched was. So Gray Maynard, he's got a very good record. It used to be perfect before he took on Frankie Edgar for the second and third time. His last two fights, he's had a no contest and a knockout loss. TJ Grant's coming in looking pretty strong. My prediction for this fight, I honestly think that Gray Maynard's wrestling is going to kind of be the deciding factor in this fight. I think he's gonna kind of do a GSP and lay and pray for victory. So my prediction for that fight, I think that Gray Maynard unanimous decision victory is going to come out, and he's going to go on to fight Ben Henderson for the lightweight title in the near future. So yeah, I reckon this one will be getting fight of the night honours. It looks to be the best fight on the card, in my opinion. So we're going to crack into our next fight. So next up, we have a light heavyweight showdown between Glover Teixeira and James Tahuna. Glover Teixeira is coming off the massive win over Quinton Rampage Jackson, and James Tahuna is Mark Hunt's protege. You got two New Zealand people representing New Zealand, and you got Mr. Glover Teixeira representing United States of America in this fight. I think that Glover Teixeira is going to win this fight. I reckon he's going to move up to maybe number 3, number 2 ranking. I honestly do believe Glover Teixeira has what it takes to be a contender in the UFC's light heavyweight division. He's riding a 20-fight win streak, and to be honest, is actually one of the best fighters in the light heavyweight division. I honestly don't think that he could beat Mr. John Jones, because John Jones would kind of just outstrike him and out-wrestle him. So in this fight, I'm actually going to go for a Glover Teixeira submission in the first round at around about 50 seconds. I just don't think James Tahuna has what it takes to stay with Mr. Glover Teixeira. So I do believe that this is going to be a win for Glover Teixeira, and James Tahuna is going to fall back down and fall back down in the rankings, and yeah, and it's going to be another big win for Glover Teixeira. I think that'd be his 21st win in a row, or 20th. Can't remember, but he's running a really long fight win streak, and I think that's going to extend now. So let's go into the co-main event. So your co-main event for the evening is a huge heavyweight clash. You have Junior Cigano dos Santos, and he will be taking on Mark the Super Samoan Hunt in a fight which I think is the #1 contenders fight for Cain Velasquez or Antonio Silva's title. I think this is going to be a strikers match. I think it's going to be one of the best fights in the heavyweight division that you're going to get. You've got Junior dos Santos with his absolutely amazing striking. He proved that when he knocked out Fabricio Verdum when he came into the UFC. He's also proved that on many occasions when he's knocked out the likes of Cain Velasquez, and his jab knockout of Frank Mir, which actually ended in a TKO. On the other end, you got Mark Hunt, who's riding a 5 or 4 fight win streak, coming off after breaking Stefan Struve's jaw in his last fight, absolutely dominating the huge, the huge Netherlands guy. Um, his size advantage isn't going to be, his size isn't going to be to his advantage in this fight, obviously, which happens in most fights. He's 5'11" and has got a very small reach. I honestly think that this will ride out into the second round. I think the first round is just going to be a striking war, and they're just going to keep striking, and it's going to be a couple of knockdowns in the first round. But I think Mark Hunt, if he does catch Dos Santos with his left hook or right hook, I can't remember, Sagana's going to go down, and I think Hunt's going to win the fight. But if Junior Dos Santos can carry on and use his reach advantage to his side and really do what he does in most fights, then I think Junior Dos Santos v Cain Velasquez 3 is going to happen. So, in my opinion, I think that this fight could go either way, but it's going to be a win for Junior Dos Santos. Yeah, we're going to go for Dos Santos by knockout. Now moving into our main event of the evening, we have Cain Velasquez versus Antonio Bigfoot Silva 2. These men have fought before once again. Cain Velasquez dominated the first fight in the first round, stopping it, and kind of making Bigfoot Silva drown in his own blood, could you kind of say. Bigfoot Silva, though, was riding a 2-fight win streak after knocking out Alistair Overeem and Travis Brown. Travis Brown one, though, was kind of unlucky for Travis Brown, as he kind of blew out his knee halfway through the fight. Cain Velasquez, on the other hand, though, he is riding a 2-fight win streak as well, coming off after beating Bigfoot Silva and coming up with a huge victory over Junior Dos Santos in his last fight to capture the UFC heavyweight title. I think this fight's going to go the Cain Velasquez way, and I think Bigfoot Silva's going to drown in his own blood like he did in the last fight, and Cain Velasquez is going to come out on top. I think that he's going to win by knockout in the first round. I think that if he does stand up with Bigfoot Silva, though, could get knocked out and his title run could be over. But no, he's going to win. And yeah, that's all my predictions for this fight. So guys, hope you've enjoyed this. This has been my rundown of the UFC 160 main card. See you guys in the next video, and peace.